And from SRG, they've actually taken out the Fanny as well as the Jushin. And the Moskov also has to go.
Same as game one, right? Vikatron Alpha here, they do not want to go up against Jawhead Humes and also, of course, the Moscow from Innocent. So Vikatron Alpha, they're eyeing for that Granger pick again. But remember, the Luo Yi was the MVP for SRG. Will Bigatron Alpha shake things up? Instead picking up the Granger, will they pick up the Luo Yi instead?
And it's a familiar territory as well for Moreno. But it's still gonna be the Granger. They don't want to let go of a maniac with this broken hero. But Selangor Giants, what works earlier should be replicated again, right? They did pick the Luo Yi, then what was it
Suyo.
earlier? Suyo. Okay.
Should be.
Yeah, is this a mistake from Bigatron? This is the exact same drafts, ladies and gentlemen. Bigatron in game number 1 responded with a Hilda and a Hayabusa after this.
Well, to be fair though, the execution was only bad in the late game. It's just
Yeah.
only a sliver mistake coming in from Supercan, so they can still play it again if they're confident.
I was about to say, I mean, the early game, the control towards the success, right? Yeah, it seems like though, this time, there will be no surprises. Because with the diversion, with Novaria in play, you can spot the whereabouts of the diversion.
But not always,
Yeah,
right?
but not super reliable.
Right?
Technically, you can combine it with the Granger as well.
Mm.
So, yeah, the hitbox is more
Granger
greater
terjadi
now
spek-spek
for the side of
Aston,
Vikatron Alpha. Remember, SRG banned the Novaria out in the second phase
That's true.
for that first game.
Okay, but so far, Selangor Giants should be banning Hayabusa in the second phase if they want Stormy to have a decent time in the mid lane, trying to just evade all the early game kill pressure away. Selangor Giants, what did they pick earlier? It's
Harith.
Rina Harith. And it makes sense for them to repick it again this time, right?
Harith, why not?
Good
Yeah.
lane as
Right.
well against the Granger. They do want to shut down Eman from the early portion of the game. So they are going to replicate that exactly. But with the Novaria already being picked up by Bigatron Alpha, how do you think this will change the drafting phase in phase 2?
A lot more emphasis towards jungler ban, I guess, from Selangor Giants. Just try to limit the diving potential away from Bigson Alpha. But then again, to be fair, they have a lot of long-range damage already, so maybe they want to just put a body in the front for a jungler, like something like a, you know, Alpha, even though it's not really the greatest pick against a Harith. But still, the you know, Hayabusa is the most dynamic pick here. Expecting to be banned.
I mean, Hayabusa should be banned out here. Bigatron Alpha, on the other hand, they should ban all the Hyalos here, right? But SRG here taking their time. They will limit more movements here. They do not want to go up against a Matilda.
Are they expecting an Alpha pick for Bigatron Alpha instead of a Hayabusa?
Perhaps. Perhaps.
And banning the Matilda kind of bans out the Alpha too, because the potential of the Alpha will be very much limited, and we've seen how Supercan, or like the performance of Supercan in the game number 2 on his Alpha, not really the greatest showing out there, so Selangor Giants feel a bit more confident to fight off against it, and looks like Lucas will be banned for Bigatron Alpha.
Okay, Lucas is going to be eliminated here by Bigatron Alpha. Starting to limiting the options for that EXP lane. What do you think about this? Do you think something like a Khalid might show up this time around?
I mean, in the first game, I believe they banned out the Phovius too, no?
Phovius,
Phovius,
yes.
so I guess they might actually ban the Phovius again here, right? Limiting Cram, and again with Phovius, you can play make from that AXP. And I guess with this type of composition, yeah, it's tough against the Phovius, so let's see here, SRG. Their move is gonna be the Hayabusa. So yeah, a good mix between the roamer and the jungler. Oh, CC.
CC ban instead, so maybe trying to give an easier time for Supercan, because he's a bit more aggressive than other Hilda out there, especially with the emblem choice. So Bigatron Alpha, they have a bit more option here. And it doesn't really rule out the fact that this Hilda will be flexed
Ayo lah.
anyway, right?
It still can be flexed for Bigatron Alpha.
Are we smelling an Akai pick here from side of Bigatron Alpha? CC eliminated.
Do we like the Akai pick?
They need more damage, I think.
Interesting.
Just a bit of damage just to supplement the long-range artillery in this Novaria and also Granger. Badang will be picked for Yums, probably. So, Pikachu Alpha, this is the chance for them to kind of turn this draft around with what they've been shown so far. So there's no fail to catch diversion off guard, right? What's gonna be the safety net once diversion is already been placed by Selangor Giants? Is it gonna be a big CC, something like a Tigreal or something like that? Or it's gonna be the Cho and Fredrin.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, that's kind of a safety net.
Wow, debut Fredrin in Snapdragon Pro Series.
This is wow. Okay, I did not expect the Fredrin.
Maybe that's why they banned the CC.
Yeah, I thought they want the Akai, but instead they want the Fredrin. So yeah, a hero that is high in HP. Arguably, SRG though, they have crowd control. Is the Badang enough though? I think they can add more.
What
Yeah.
about a Hylos here? I mean,
Yeah,
Badang
good.
is good as a tool, but he doesn't necessarily absorb as much damage as something like a Hylos. So I think that's what I'm looking at. Or maybe Gatot.
Yeah, I think those two are good options here. It's
Or,
kind of
yeah,
the Phobius.
Phobius.
Yeah.
I just-
Phobius.
What do you guys think about this? Technically, the Novaria can get out of the Badang, right?
With a flicker? Or
With her second skill?
Oh, but like it's not as easy as it sounds, but it is possible, obviously. From the draft, I gotta say, because on Alpha, they're is this count? Does this count as experimental?
I mean, this is the best of one, and I do understand. I want to say I'm not convinced with the Fredrin pick.
There's one way to convince you though, Gani, which is winning this game 3 and advancing towards the playoffs. It's now or never. Whenever go home for these two teams. For real. In one game, it will be all decided. It is Selangor Red Giants, the Malaysian representative, the only rep from the home country of Malaysia against the Red Robots of Indonesia in Bigatron Alpha.
Ladies and gentlemen, one last game. Who will move on to the playoffs of SPS? Indonesia versus Malaysia. Who do you got? Is it Bigatron or SRG Land of Dawn? Here we go, and let's witness to find out who will win this series.
Okay, it's a bit of a nostalgia here with Fredrin on the jungle, bringing out that concussive blast instead of like something like an impure rage to kind of further the jungling potential. He wants a bit more clear. Yes, it helps with the jungle too. So a lot more emphasis towards a bit of a extra burst because of the HP buff from the item and also the levels from Supercan. Let's see though, in the top lane, Luke might be the target here.
Yeah, it's a 2v1, potentially 3v1. Luke now, all good stun, and that's gonna be first blood for SRG. Good setup there, as now Superkin spotted as well. So yeah, he wants to play this carefully here. And it does seem like SRG, they have known the habits, right? Like Super Luke likes to overextend, and they capitalize on that fact.
Okay, let's take a look at the emblems that this team have brought out. It's a thrill for light, so clearing potential will be high. It's gonna potentially help the clear from Moreno. Just gonna take a look at the top lane here. Supercan is already having a pretty good position as this is gonna be the first fight on the objective for these two junglers. Ken versus Sekais, but Cram is already doing jumping jacks.
Yeah, let's say here, Cram trying to zone out for his jungler. Luke on the other side here is actually, I think they will concede the first turtle here. So Bigatron Alpha says, you know what? It's too tight. Let's not risk it. and that's going to be the first neutral objective heading towards Selangor Red Giants.
Yeah, but the worst, it was a disciplined play, but the worst part is you're a Fredrin, you're expected to take the objective battle, but Luke though might be in trouble again.
Oh my goodness, it's the second time? So yeah, I mean, SRG, they're able to sniff Luke's habit, and they will punish him for the second time this game. Let's see though, will it be costly for Bigatron Alpha? Because technically, it's just a Hilda.
Name's Luke, but he's not looking at the surroundings that much so far in this game. Already punished 2 times. Kendo getting pounced on by Gaes, but not much damage being brought out to this Fredrin. And back to my point earlier, Fredrin, you're expected to go for the turtle, to take the objective away from the fighters and the assassins. And the worst part too is the fact that Fredrin, aside, not like the assassin, you can really just, you know, have a consolation prize in that purple buff take, or maybe a orange buff take from the opposing side. Because you have limited movement speed and doesn't really have that farming potential that a lot of assassins have.
Both teams here. Bigatron Alpha here, just resetting. I mean, despite Luke taken down twice, he is still at the same level with Cram here, his head-to-head. So I guess in that department, he isn't really too behind. And Bigatron Alpha, they are still looking for compensation. They lost the neutral objective. They lost the 2 kills. They haven't really found, or they haven't really looked for a good fight here. SRG again, they're setting up in the top lane. Luke is their target here, it seems like, and that will be Luke again being engaged. That's the sprint committed, and that's going to be Luke just playing and hugging for the turret. That's info again before the turtle SRG. They know what they're doing.
Okay, diversion to where?
The mid, good spot there by Novaria. That's going to be, again, Cram just opening things up. Light with the Way of Dragon. No follow-up, though, onto where Gaes. But now it's going to be Innocent actually in the fray, and Innocent will claim a body. Again, Bigatron Alpha here catching strays.
It is smooth sailing for Selangor Red Giants so far. 0 kills for Bigatron Alpha, and they've been getting all the red trees and all the turtles away from Bigatron. This is the start that Bigatron Alpha is dreading. They don't want to have this kind of momentum going forward in the mid-game.
Dream start here for SRG. 2 objectives, 3 kills. Now though, Luke again is eyeing on towards Gaes here. He wants to give pressure. Oh my goodness, Luke, my goodness, sit down. Gaes, says Luke.
Man, it is 0-2, but it's not done just yet. He still has a lot of gas in the tank and try to get some kills. Meanwhile though, might be a Wave of the Dragon towards Light.
Yeah, that's already done and dusted. Right again, Bigatron Alpha showing signs of life here. Minute number 5. Mid-turret actually goes down here for SRG. So that perfect start, that dream start, is actually going away. Right, Bigatron Alpha recovering here, minute 5.
For sure, and it all started with the solo plays coming in from Mr. Luke. That's already 0-2 before that. And thanks to that, even Ken actually got a... Oh, gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, diversion again committed on towards the EXP laner Calm. Luke just pressed the sprint button and he is safe.
That's info for Eman. Now he has all the avenues in the world, all the room in the world to take this bottom tier turret. It's gonna be a trade either way for Selangor Red Giants, but in terms of map control, Bigatron Alpha is definitely having this one despite being down 1 kill. Even in gold department too, they're still leading by about almost 1k here.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, here in minute number 6, that's a good taunt. Stormy isolated. Oh my goodness, Bigatron Alpha. They are looking for more here as a Light. Okay, no opening just yet. So Bigatron Alpha here, they are actually shifting their gears. Right? They want more, and that's going to be Cram here with the stun. Is this a mistake by Bigatron? Because reinforcements from the side of SRG is coming, but it does seem like the turtle will be Bigatron's priority.
For sure, and now Eman is on the crew.
The Kundal Victor! Eman will finish the job and find Yooms in the crossfire, in his crossfire, and that will be the perfect turtle denied.
Jonathan just said go, Luke. Still very, very brave in the front line.
Luke, no chance This time, a little bit too aggressive. All right. Sargi says, hey, Luke, you got to calm your horses. Diversion play. Spots Eman. Good sniff there by Eman. And SRG again, still on the back foot.
Okay, now BTR has some kind of... Oh, might. Does not want to commit on towards that. A good block there from Yunus, but might get taken down by Eman. No.
Granger.
That's the damage there already. This is minute 7. Chefin, quite disgusting already. The damage from Eman. Now, it's still just SRG being on the back foot. All tier 1s from their side has been taken down. You can see here, Eman already collecting gold more than everybody else.
Okay, now the fact that Supercan is on a utility jungler means that this is going to be a protect the president gameplay by Bigatron Alpha. Gonna protect Eman all the way through, but Light getting caught up in a bad situation.
Yeah, out of position there from Eman. And SRG, they're able to capitalize, at least kill the roamer. Diversion. Oh, Eman and Moreno, quite vulnerable. Good flicker there. Timing wise, but SRG, they want to apply pressure in the mid. Luke from the flanks now, looking for Stormy, force him to use that flicker. Now the damage will come through still for Eman. He claims the double, looking for triple. Good taunt, and that is going to be used. Looking, eyeing for that Iron Fist. Eman claiming the triple, getting the Maniac again. He did this once, and he will look for more. As take a look at Sakai's positioning, he is out of position, but Eman, he smells blood, he finds a shutdown, and Eman collects the Savage.
This Filipinos and the Granger Savages, man, it happened again. 2 days in a row, Eman got the Savage with this exact hero. You can always count on him, the Mr. Old Reliable Eman doing work for Bigatron Alpha.
Eman. Seems like he is the nightmare for SRG's dream to move on from this competition. Let's see though, will they be able to close this series out? Because technically, this is still minute number 9. Oh, such a shame, Way of Dragon. That was a good opening, but Yums was safe still. So let's see here, Bigatron Alpha has the room to get the Lord. Will SRG risk it?
It's already in a good position here. Gotta do the summon force. Yums can still play.
Yeah, Yum's looking for an opening to delay. Diversion as well. That's the risk that they're taking. Super Kendo, calm retribution. But take a look at the follow-up damage. Bigatron, they're all free. And one by one, SRG, their members are obliterated. Sakai finds the jungler, but take a look at Light and Yums. It's going to be Light who comes out on top as Eman collects another triple.
Wait a minute, is this endable? It's only innocent.
20, 15.
Slangorid Giant space.
10
Blood
seconds.
is marching down in the mid lane. They still have just a bit of time for them to respawn. But Bigatron Alpha just want to take as much as he can here.
Yep. Cram goes up. Hume still goes in 5. Stormy though will be available for SRG to defend this one. Lord will be taken care of, and does seem like Bigatron Alpha, they will not force to end this. They do not will move hastily, and they will back away.
Man, I thought it was going to be another Savage there from Eman on that exchange earlier, as Bigatron Alpha is just marching through the defense of Selangor Red Giants, getting the Holy Shields away. The bottom tier, or bottom turret, as we're going to take a look at the items here. Dreadnought armor has been built by Innocent, Cram. So it makes sense against this much damage coming in from Eman that already amassed 10 kills with a Sky Piercer stack being full. So gotta watch out if you're low HP, it will be game over. You take just 1 damage from the bullets of this Granger.
Ladies and gentlemen, 11 minutes in. Just an update. Bigatron Alpha, they are controlling the game, and SRG, they might not move on if they fail to recover. Let's see here. The adjustment is in game from the Giants. Because Bigatron Alpha, all they need to do is just play it cleanly, sharply, and they will have a spot in the next phase.
Just no more mishaps from now on. No more just a small mistake. This is Badang once again, a hero that can make you miscalculate on your approach. Light mostly will have a harder time compared to the other members of the team to make a play here. Gotta be bit more precise with the flickers and the angles that he's taking to execute a good wave of the dragon. And now that he's on a Fredrin, now the boom error is actually pretty low.
Oh, diversion, do or die. Game 1 it was do, but game 3 it's technically spells disaster here as Stormy was isolated and he will be down for the next 20 seconds.
That's a charity kill, Gani. Selangor just gave away Stormy. Like, I feel like there's some kind of miscommunication there, and Stormy didn't get out of the diversion quick enough.
Good taunt out towards Chill. That's gonna be the opening. Yumes goes down. Yumes goes down. And that's gonna be Bigatron with the collapse as the double will be collected and the triple. Eman will find a maniac here as the Gaes and Stormy will try to defend their base, try to defend their life in SBS.
Oh, genius play coming in from Stormy, just evading that lane in the mid lane. But do they want to actually use the bottom lane minions for themselves? The answer is no. Bigatron Alpha will play the disciplined way and try to take the Lord.
Good delay, right? From Sakai's and Stormy. Though Bigatron Alpha has an answer still with that Lord. And I believe SRG will have zero to little chance here to contest. And that will be Bigatron again. With the pressure, take a look at the base turrets here. Only top and bot standing. So this actually might be the final push of the series.
For sure. And look at the siege potential from Bigatron Alpha, not so much from Luke, but look at the Novaria, look at the Granger. Even Super Ken has a lot of utility that he can bring up to the table for this team. Gonna just CC away some of the members, ton away the members of Selangor Giants to be able to feed Eman the food, the dish that he deserves, a free Michelin star meal that Bigatron Alpha is trying to make here.
I mean,
and the ingredient is Selangor Giants.
Let's see here what you want more here from Eman. 14 kills to his name. Now the Lord marching the mid lane. Can SRG defend? That's a taunt! That's Cram deleted! Now the Lord being the main priority from SRG. Can they defend as Eman finds a kill, another kill. Sakai's collects the roamer, but Super Ken falls. That's gonna be Bigatron Alpha trying desperately to end the game, but SRG also defending their life here as now the mid and the top wave is crashing down. Bigatron Alpha has enough firepower to end the game. Sakai's and as well as Innocent trying desperately to defend, but in the end, the red robots will end Selangor Red Giants' life in SBS.
The host country loses their last representative here. Selangor Giants will have to bow out of the tournament in front of the red robots of